All right, it's that time, guys. Palantir's earnings week is here, and you guessed it, we got the double espresso on deck. We got to break them down. We have to go over the company, the earnings, the charts, of course, what I'm looking to do. So let's dive into it. Hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, join the Patreon if you guys want to keep up with what I'm doing in my actual portfolio every week. We post full transparency screenshots, all of that, and you get access to the Discord, me, more one-on-one throughout the week, chart ideas, the whole 9 yards. Link down below on Patreon. Also in the comments section. Make sure you guys check it out if you want. No pressure, obviously. Doesn't matter to me, right? And let's just dive into it. Palantir is breaking out. We all know that. It's one of those stocks that, first of all, is one of the most covered stocks out there. It's a retail favorite. It's a hype stock, let's be honest, but it's not a hype stock that is baseless or it's worthless with no fundamentals. It's actually a hype stock that, well, is a strong company with good fundamentals, hence why it's gone up, right? It's one of those stocks that, or it's gone up so much. It's one of those stocks that it has so much going for it. It's got retail, it's got the narrative, it's got the story, it's got the hype behind it, it's got strong fundamentals, it's got a good management team CEO. A lot of connections there. I mean, there's so much going on, good going on fundamentally with this company that has pushed it up and to the right as much as the stocks as the stock. Yeah, I'm English now, guys. As the stock has gone up, right? It's insane. It's insane. So we're heading into earnings tomorrow at all-time highs, right? Earnings are tomorrow, we're at all-time highs, and the stock is just, it doesn't look like it's slowing down. We hit 204 on Friday. We then saw a little pullback into close, but I mean, look, or actually that was more in the middle of the day. Then we saw a run into close, and we're up even more after the bell. After the bell, Palantir is up another buck. So it's like, it looks like here, the dip is being bought up. We're pushing up more into the aftermarket. The little dip, right, is being bought up on the intraday. Excuse me, guys. Momentum's there, clearly. And I just don't see it slowing down tomorrow. Earnings are after the bell, so I just don't see this selling off, heading into earnings. There's no way. Unless we get a big market crash, which I doubt tomorrow. Who knows, though? You never know. Let's say the market does well, though, tomorrow. S&P, QQQ, the whole 9 yards. Palantir, there's no way it sells off into earnings. There's just no way. I feel like we go up to 205, start pushing the highs from Friday, and then if earnings come in super hot, maybe it goes up more. Who knows? But guys, it's already pretty overbought. That's the reality. We're priced to perfection, and although I'm excited, I'm a shareholder, if they report earnings that are subpar, or maybe they miss slightly, or maybe there's just one or two things off, that's all it takes for this to come down. Really, that's all it takes for this to sell off a little bit. And it could happen. It could happen. But honestly, man, even if it were to pull down to, let's say, 180, it would still be well within an uptrend. Even if we pulled back 10, 11, 12%, we'd still be in an uptrend. So Palantir at this point, guys, chart-wise, it's overbought. It is a little overbought, but then again, it's Palantir, right? Earnings are tomorrow. Momentum could take this higher, but I would just say trade at your own risk or trade carefully. Be careful, be cautious with this name, because if you're not already in it at a lower price, you're running a big risk here. I got a question from somebody on, I forget what platform nowadays. I make content on every platform. We get a bunch of comments, messages on every platform, but somebody was like, Stas, I'm buying Palantir, or I'm in Palantir at $200 a share. Do you think that's a good thing? Or do you think that's safe? And I'm like, man, you're playing with fire. Be careful. If that's you, even if you're in at 190, 180 even, be careful, because if we get a huge drawdown, I'm not necessarily expecting that, but you got to play devil's advocate. If we get a big drawdown, you got to be like, all right, I'm going to get smoked in that scenario if you're in at 200, 195. So have a stop loss. If you're in this as a trade and you're in this at 180, 90, 200, and you're like, I'm going to make all this money when it goes to 250 after earnings or 220 after earnings, whatever, right? Whatever you guys are thinking in your head, have a stop loss. Stop losses are critical, especially when you're trading around earnings, especially when you're in a hot stock that's arguably overbought, which I think it slightly is, but who knows? If earnings are hot, it could go higher, right? Just be careful. Trade at your own risk. And let's go into now kind of what the analysts are saying, what the numbers are looking like. By the way, guys, run the likes up. Make sure to subscribe. Follow along for more. I appreciate you all for tuning in. So right now, analysts are overwhelmingly, in unison here when it comes to the recommendations. We can see right now, a majority of analysts have Palantir as a hold, which I couldn't agree more with. I'm not here buying the stock. I'm not selling it either. I did mention before, if the stock goes crazy after earnings, let's say we get a 10% pop or something nuts, I'm probably going to sell some. I'll be honest, I'm probably going to sell a little bit, but if it stays flat or if it sells off, I'm just going to hold. So I agree with that. 17 hold ratings. We have some buy, a strong buy. I mean, if you have Palantir as a strong buy here, I mean, holy moly, man. What I don't know. I wouldn't say it's a strong buy, but I would think it's a hold. And if we look at the price targets, obviously we're more towards the upper end of that price target range. The high on Wall Street's 215, which we could get to that if they absolutely demolish earnings, right? Which who knows? And if we come down here to look at the estimates for tomorrow, pay attention here, guys. Based on 21 analysts, the average EPS estimate is 17 cents versus last year's 10 cents, right? 10-cent estimate. So that's going to grow, and revenue's also going to grow. Look, $1.09 billion is the average estimate for revenue. Last year, it was $725 million. So they're going to grow roughly 50% year over year. That's the growth rate projected year over year for Palantir top line, which, guys, honestly, that's good, really good, really good. Growth on a quarterly basis has reaccelerated a little bit, which I like to see. So that's what to expect. Quick little rundown, nothing too crazy. And again, the charts were as bullish as ever, guys, but be careful. Be careful if you're in this for a trade at a much higher average cost than a lot of us that bought a year or two ago. Be careful, because it's pretty much priced to perfection, like I said, So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to do that. I'm curious to see what you guys are doing. And let me show you quickly some other stocks. Obviously, Amazon went crazy on Friday. It went to 255, and then we saw a pull down to 244, and it still went up 9.5% on the day. So keep your eyes on the drawdown here in Amazon. I think this dip will get bought up. We're approaching 240, which is that high from back in the end of July, early August. We hit about 240. We broke through that. Now we're pulling back. That could act as support on Amazon. Let's see what else. Toast is another one that I'm locked in on this week. This is a stock I just recently bought, and we do have earnings for Toast coming up, I think, on Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday after the bell on the 4th. We're going to get their numbers, and I think this is a show me stock as well. I mentioned this, I think, in the last video. Watch out for Toast numbers. If the company shows Wall Street investors, traders, look, we're doing well, numbers are strong, I think this is going to break out, but obviously it's not guaranteed. The stock's been kind of flat for a little bit, couple of weeks, and it was downtrending for a good 2 months before that. But either way, Toast, T-O-S-T, watch it, guys, and I'm going to wrap it up here. Don't forget to join that Patreon if you want to keep up with my portfolio updates weekly, have more access to me throughout the week, the Discord, all of that. It's on Patreon down below. Pin in the comments as well, or go to stasserfest.com/Patreon. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you all in the next video.